The Bosch Kiox 400c display serves as a highly practical all-in-one solution, seamlessly combining a display and a control unit for your e-bike. To retrofit the Kiox 400c without the matching cutout in the top tube, I will show you two very simple options here today. First, the solution with a single arm mount on the handlebar, and then the version with a Fidlock Ahead mount. If you want to retrofit the Kiox 400c into the frame because you already have a bike with the cutout on the top tube, you'll find the right installation guide here in this video. Before you mount your new Kiox 400c display, you should first remove any previously installed displays from the center of your cockpit. To do this, unscrew the mounts and carefully pull off the cables. For the version you see here next to me with the handlebar mount for the Kiox 400c, you'll need the corresponding display adapter shell component, a single arm mount, and all of the necessary mounting hardware in addition to the display itself. As for the tools you'll need, you only need a 3mm hex key and a 5mm wood or metal drill bit. You can now find the complete retrofit kit including the display and mount in our shop. Feel free to take a look at it if you would like to support us just a little bit more. You'll need to prepare the new mounting bracket for the Kiox 400c display a little bit before the actual installation. One of the most important factors to consider is exactly where you want to place the Kiox 400c. I see two sensible placement options here, either centrally over the stem as you see it here, or alternatively to the left or right of the stem. As you can see behind me, I've opted for the version over the stem. That means in my case the mount must be to the left of the stem with the Kiox 400c next to it on the right. This means I need the correct mounting hole for the handlebar mount on the left side of the adapter shell. This is already pre-marked here and can be opened without much effort using a 5mm drill bit. I'm using the wood drill bit for this as its sharp tip provides good guidance for drilling. Note that the opening for the cable outlet must absolutely point forward. Now place the included M5 nut into the matching hexagonal opening inside the mount. From the outside, you can now loosely attach the single arm mount to it. To begin this process, first carefully assemble the flathead screw with the rubber O-ring and then slowly guide the screw through the mount. Now place the two wedge lock washers directly on top of the assembly and you can already screw the mount and the display holder together. Do this loosely at first, so that once it's firmly positioned, you can still easily adjust the Kiox 400c on your handlebar. You can now attach the single arm mount to your handlebar. On 35mm, this works without the rubber spacer rings. For a handlebar like here with 31.8mm, you have to use the rubber shims. Here too, only attach the mount with a little force at first, so you can still readjust it a bit later. If you'd like, you can now also place an Apple AirTag inside the mount to ensure even greater security for your e-bike before you finally insert the Kiox 400c into the display shell and secure it with the Kiox display screw and the self-locking nuts. For this, you'll need a 10mm Torx screwdriver. Now just bring the single arm mount into position and also tighten it carefully. Now, if you'd rather mount your Kiox 400c directly above the stem on the Ahead cap instead, you can also do that with the same adapter for the Kiox 400c, just using the Fidlock Ahead lock. To do this, first remove the old Ahead cap from your bike. You can now click the plastic ring into the new stem cap from Fidlock, and then securely fasten the cap along with the locking ring using a standard 5mm hex key tool. Now, you can already snap the adapter shell into place with a click and secure everything with the locking nut and a 2.5mm hex key. Make sure here as well that the display cable outlet points forward in the direction of travel. In this position as well, you can now insert the Kiox 400c and secure it with the display screw and the self-locking nuts. Regardless of which version you've chosen, before you plug the display cable into the new Kiox 400c, you first need to remove your e-bike profile from the eBike Flow app if you've previously connected it. If you've already disconnected all display cables, simply reconnect the display cable from your motor to the LED remote or the Purion 200. Then navigate to the My Bike section under e-bike settings in the Flow app and click on Remove Bike. Note that you should definitely also deactivate the e-bike lock function beforehand. Now you can turn the bike off again. Now just plug the display cable coming directly from the motor into the Kiox 400c, then power on the display and connect to the Flow app and your bike as you usually do. You can now also remove your old control unit and you're ready for a completely new riding experience with the clean cockpit and the Kiox 400c. You can also configure the display in the Flow app however you like. And if you like, it's also possible to retrofit a Bosch mini remote as a small remote control on the handlebar. I've explained exactly how that works very easily via the ebike Flow app in this video. For the USB-C charging port integrated into the Kiox 400c, I recommend an angled cable like this to supply your smartphone with power. Please note that there may be limitations to the charging capability here, depending on which motor you have and how it's configured. As always, I've linked all the parts and sets from the video for you in the description. Do you have any more questions now about retrofitting the universal mount for the 400c display on your e-bike? Then feel free to reach out in the comments and I'll help you out. And if you enjoyed the video, then I'd appreciate a like and a subscription to our channel, and then we'll see you back here soon.